How to take care of a friend's dog. Make sure you have the time and space to care for a dog. If a friend asks you to watch their dog, only agree to do so if you have the time and space in your life. If you live in a tiny apartment and already have 2 dogs, adding a third might be stressful and overwhelming. If you work a 60-hour week and barely have any spare time, you might not be the best dog-sitting candidate for your friend. Consider the dog's activity level. Is it a dog that is very energetic that needs lots of time outside to run around each day? Or is it a dog that is more mellow and relaxed? Make sure your lifestyle matches the dog you're being asked to watch so that you feel more comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable with the amount of time you'll be caring for the dog. While a day or 2 might not be too overwhelming, a few weeks might be too much for you to handle. Discuss this with the dog's owner beforehand. If you've never actually met or become acquainted with the dog you'll be caring for, it's important to meet the dog before it's time for the dog to be in your care. You want to make sure you're comfortable with the dog, and that the dog is also comfortable around you. Try meeting up with your friend and the dog on neutral ground, like at a park. Spend a little while getting to know the dog. If you've already met the dog you'll be caring for, still try to spend a little bit of time with the dog before it's in your care to renew your bond. Ask about any medications the dog is on. Before the dog is left in your care, talk to its owner about what medications it's on. Whether it's medicine they have to take daily, or something they'll need to take just once while they're with you. Make sure you have all the instructions for each medication before the owner leaves. It's a good idea to have the owner write down these instructions, or for you to take notes yourself as they explain. Leave the instructions with the bottles of medication in a place where you can see it, but that is out of reach of the dog and or any children in the house. Having the number for the dog's veterinarian is important, even if they aren't on any medications. You'll want someone to reach out to if anything goes wrong. Their vet will have all the dog's records, so they can provide the best care in an emergency. They can also advise you on any medications if you lose the instructions, or aren't sure about anything. Write down feeding instructions. Many dogs are on very specific diets. Make sure you know how much to feed the dog as well as when to feed them. Ask the owner if the dog likes to graze, or eat a little bit now and then throughout the day. This would mean leaving his food down all day, so if you have a pet of your own that might eat the food, make sure you work this out. Ask about any foods the dog isn't allowed to have, and how many treats they're allowed on a daily basis. Keep in mind that some dogs might be a little stressed out when their owner goes away, so their eating habits might change a bit until they adjust. Ask about any behavioral issues. Before you are left alone with the dog, make sure you're aware of any possible aggression issues, housebreaking problems, or even shyness the dog might be dealing with. Some dogs might have leash aggression, or they might be very timid around new people. Some dogs might occasionally still have accidents in the house. Make sure you're prepared for these potential problems, and talk with the dog's owner about ways to deal with them successfully. If the dog has serious aggression issues, you might suggest that the owner board them with a professional boarding facility that is better equipped to handle that sort of behavior.